If you could go back in time and you had 1 hour to witness any of the moments of those 3 years that are written in the Gospels of Jesus with the disciples, when would you go back to? Would you go back to Jesus calling the disciples? Would you go back to the crucifixion, the resurrection? It would be really cool. One of the miracles, maybe. Sermon on the Mount. Where would you go back to? For me personally, after thinking about it, a lot of those moments would be really great, especially the resurrection. That's a very tempting close second for me. But I actually wouldn't go do any of the miracles or even really the Sermon on the Mount or anything. For me, I'd go back to one of those moments where almost like a couch moment where Jesus and the disciples are lounging and sitting around in somebody's house, because it wasn't Jesus's, he didn't have one. But they were sitting around and just kind of hanging out. Maybe it was right after Sermon on the Mount. Jesus had a long day, kind of thing. And the disciples and Jesus, Mary, the women, they're all sitting around and just kind of being themselves, having like I said, a couch moment. I think we take those moments for granted a lot. I mean, couches, in fact, found this out recently, are actually kind of a recent invention. It wasn't until about the mid-1700s, this guy named Lord Chesterfield in England actually invented couches. There's even still a style of couch named after him today, the Chesterfield. It's leather, it's got studs on the back and things like that, kind of a low back. Anyway, kind of a new invention. It's something that I think a lot of times we really take for granted. It's such a staple in our world today, the ability to sit down in a comfortable spot on a couch. It'd be one of those moments for me. Just sit and be with Jesus, have a time to if I could interact with the moment, to ask some questions and maybe get some answers. I mean, Jesus speaking in parables and all that, it'd be kind of interesting. But I mean, if I could invite Jesus here for an hour, I'd want to just sit in our living room with him and my family and just have an hour to just sit and ask questions and chat and just hang. I want to give you a little bit of a challenge over the Christmas break. I know a lot of people are going to get some kind of a break, whether it's Christmas Day itself or if it's like a lot of our kids, a couple of weeks. Take a moment during your break. Take an hour during whatever break you've got. Set the phones down, turn off the TV, because let's face it, the couches are probably all facing the TV. You take an hour and just have a couch moment with your family and friends, somebody. I challenge you to do that this year, this holiday season. An hour might seem like a long time, but trust me, when you set aside all the distractions and you just take a moment to have a conversation, that hour can go by really fast. Before you know it, you've sat and talked and been together for 2 hours, maybe more. If by whatever means you're somebody who doesn't have family at home or can't have friends over for health reasons or anything like that, dedicate that hour to an hour with God, with Jesus, and sit and read your Bible, pray for a while, talk to him. He does, after all, say, "Be still and know that I am God." It is in those quiet moments, those still moments, that when we set aside all the distractions, we really actually are able to hear him and feel his presence. We fill our lives with so much noise a lot of times. It takes a couch moment sometimes of just sitting in the quiet, in the rest, and just to be able to hear the voice or the nudge or the communication of God. I challenge you that during this Christmas year, during this Christmas season, this Christmas break, invite somebody into your home for that hour of couch time. Maybe make it a regular practice for you and your family, weekly at least, to sit down and just have a conversation for a while. Enjoy your couches. Don talked a couple of weeks ago about how cell phones and chainsaws are tools. Tools are great, especially when you use them. Couch can be a wonderful tool as well. Use it to bless other people. Take a moment of comfort. Invite people into your circle. Invite people into your home, into your living room. Have some couch time with some loved ones and some friends this year. Set aside all those distractions. Don't give in to them. Set them aside 1 hour. That's my challenge. Okay, guys? Enjoy your break. enjoy Christmas, spread Christmas cheer, and remember the reason for the season, that is Jesus coming into this world, lowering himself from heaven above, and the comfort that I imagine that gave him to be in a place that's a little uncomfortable. Be with each other 1 hour. You can do it. I believe in you. Love you guys. See you next time.